a minute and talk to y'all. I was watching TV, but I said, you know what? Let me give these guys a little live feed for a little while. See how many people even still come here. Old Bo knows. You know, nobody knows what that name means. That's the name of my company now, and nobody knows what that name means. All right, we got two different rings here, the 4 and the 8. Hi, Pro. Andy Bella, what's up? I got bifocals now, so I use the bottom of my glasses all the time. I'm so old. Just turned 44. Was that 2 days ago? Whenever the 21st was. Getting old. Yeah, I just got to do some LEDs. Ian, what's up? Andy said kids are getting big. Man, them damn kids. I love them to death. Jesus, I got to get my cutters. They're so expensive. But I want to just buy them everything. What's wrong with me? Ian, I see you. What's up, buddy? Do I got heat shrink over here? Yeah. Ian, I feel you, man. I work literally 7 days a week. Minimum 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., but like now it's almost 8 p.m., and I'll probably be here most of the night. I got to finish up that Peterbilt. So we're doing a full show build, interior, audio, lights, all that stuff. I'll give y'all a quick walk around before I get started. All right, so we got a Peterbilt in the shop. We got a Slingshot in the shop. We got a Polaris Expedition in the shop. But the Peterbilt, we're doing full custom interior, audio. Like I did a custom sub box. I built those custom filler panels. The Double Take is the name of his truck. We put that where the bunk is. We're doing all custom audio door panels, and we're getting close to being finished. But that's one of the door panels there. We did purple chrome to match his interior. Where are the other pieces? Oh, they're over. But yeah, it's a really nice truck. Did custom amp rack with custom acrylic floor that lights up with his company name. There's the other amp rack. I got the cover off right now because we got to wrap it. We got another piece that goes on this wall, and then underneath the bunk, we got a piece that goes there. 2 more speakers there, so we got 1500, 3000, 4500, 9500 watts going in this thing. And these are the 2 other pieces I've got to wrap. So that's the other amp cover and then the wall piece. So I got to spray that and wrap. I got my glue gun there, wrap it in white. And then my upholstery guy is doing the seats right now. Man, I've come a long way from working in the garage, huh? Oh, and the Expedition, it's sitting down like this because we have to make custom shock mounts for the King coilovers. So it's literally sitting on the ground right now. Just got it back from Wisconsin. Got a turbo kit put in. Can you even see the turbo from here? It's right there, but it's the only Polaris Expedition with a turbo kit in the country. We went and got the prototype put on. They gave me a good deal on the prototype if I'd bring it to them and let them install it and dyno tune it. So next is the audio build. So that's next on the list. Working on the other door panel over here now, putting all the speakers in, wire, the grills, and then the acrylic pieces that go there. I use 1-inch bulletproof acrylic that lights up with his company name, Ashley Transport, but it's thick. It's 1-inch. LEDs go in the channels, lights up the logo. They're heavy. And then that goes on top of this, so that's the background piece that goes behind the acrylic. So, yeah, those will be nice. Slingshot, full audio roof, full lights everywhere. That's on the list. CNC still running nonstop. We're doing some LED rings for a customer now, so that's what I just got through cutting. Paint gun, what's up, buddy? Lonnie, what's up, buddy? Lonnie said smoke the like button for coach. No, I don't know what that means. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. I'm in my little LED station, so we're doing some LEDs in these rings, cut for a customer. Chris, what's up, buddy? Chris said, looking good. Am I looking good? Or are you talking about my work? Because I don't know, my hair's kind of looking good right now. I'm growing it long. I cannot believe I'm not bald at this point in my life, but it's all still there. Chris said, you, sweetie. Chris, didn't you just get divorced? Your divorce seems like it went easier than mine. If that's the same Chris Hudson I'm thinking of, the local guy. Oh yeah, I gotta measure these out. So we need it to go around. Right there. Yeah, Chris, I saw where you moved to Florence. I didn't want to butt into your business. I saw where you made the post where you said you and your ex-wife are on good terms and y'all got shit figured out. So that's good for you, man. That's a very rare thing to be able to go through that process smoothly. As you know, mine didn't go that smooth. But I'm glad y'all were able to be adults about it and decide when it's time to move on, it's time to move on. But man, I've got nothing to complain about in life right now, man. You know, I thought about it the other day. You know, we always have something that we have to complain about. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Got a good wife. Kids are healthy, growing fast. You know, I get to do what I love to do every day for a living. Make a good living from it. I'm my own boss. I'm fully booked up for the next 6 months. Business is good, man. I need to cut back on my hours. It's not really fair to my wife because because I don't have the kids, but I have them on the weekends, and during the summer it's week to week. But so when I don't have kids, I put in the hours. You know, I work long hours. And it doesn't feel like work to me because I fucking love this shit, man. I love the challenges of doing something new every time. I like pushing myself beyond what I did on the last build. And I like seeing how far I can go. And now I've got customers that are okay with that. You know, customers that come to me and they pretty much just hand me the reins and say, man, do your best. Whatever you need to do, just do it. They don't bother me. They just pay me what I tell them to pay, and they're good with it. That's the kind of clients you want. You know, I've got a shop minimum of $5,000. That's it. That's the lowest job I'll take in now. This Polaris Expedition, he's right at 150 grand in that thing. The Slingshot, he'll be about 8,000 in that. The Peterbilt behind me is a $40,000 job. You know, now these rings we sell these online. I mean, these are $45 a piece, easy money. So I sell about 100 of those a week. iPro said, you marry that girl that works at the hospital? Yes. Ashley, amazing woman. I did marry her, and life is good, man. Let's see. Strictly Hard Rap said, Bo, can you give advice on how to move on after a relationship? I see you got back on your feet quick. Man, I'll be honest with you, man. It's not easy. If it's somebody that you really loved and somebody, I spent a decade with my ex-wife, 3 kids. It's easy to say, fuck that bitch. I don't care. Moving on. But man, it takes a long time to break that emotional barrier. You know, it takes a long time. You know, it took me over a year to where almost 2 years to where I could move on emotionally. You know, y'all saw when I was in Texas and I was going on dates and stuff. It wasn't hard finding, women to mess around with. That's easy. Um, and it was actually easier than I thought. You know, I was thinking at the time I was 42. I'm like, man, I'm 42 years old, 3 kids, fat, out of shape, fucking basket case. Nobody's going to want to date me. I was surprised, man, how easy it is to date women at my age. You know, I thought it would be the opposite. I thought she would be the one getting flooded with. Now, there's plenty of guys that, want to fuck her or whatever. That's not the thing. To find somebody that wants to be a daddy and wants to, take care of a wife and stuff, that's a big thing. I just happened to find the right one for me. You know, Ashley's only 30. She's young. And, I'm 44, just turned 44. And, dude, I come with a lot of baggage. You know, I got 3 kids. I got bad credit. I got bad habits. You know, I like to buy dumb shit, and I still do. I've toned back on that a lot, but I come with baggage, man. You know, I'm a felon. I got a criminal history, and I'm not very stable with money and all that shit. So for her to take on that was a big thing. Lonnie said, "Looks like you lost some weight, man. I've lost 60 pounds. I was at 290." And, I said, that's enough, man. 290, that's pushing it. Now I'm down to 230. I'm not in as good a shape as I want to be because I don't work out as much as I need to because I work too much. But that is, I've definitely, I've dropped some weight. I feel a lot better about myself. I feel better. I'm not, man, carrying around 290, wear you out, man. Especially at my age. I just finally realized, I got young kids. My little girl's 4 years old. I don't want her to be growing up in high school and stuff and her dad is just falling apart. So I put a little bit of effort into it, cut back on, I don't drink sodas anymore. Started eating a little bit healthier. I still eat kind of junky. Go to the gym every now and then. I don't go as often as I want to because of work. But I put in a little more effort, man. And I feel good about it. It takes the first 2 months are the worst because you put in all that work and you look in the mirror every day and you still look the same. Yeah, you're like, fuck. But after about 2 months, you start seeing some results. You start seeing some weight drop off. Your face gets thinner. Your arms get a little bigger. Your shirts get a little tighter up top, looser on the bottom. You start knocking down a few notches in your belt. It makes you feel better, man. So if I can maintain around what I am right now, man, like I said, I'm 230, 225. I'd like to get about 210, 215, drop a little bit more fat, but I'm okay where I'm at, man. I feel good, and my wife loves it. She loves me, so that's all that matters. And but I do work too much, man. I know everybody says, man, I work so much. I literally work 90, 95 hours a week, every single week. It's ridiculous when you think about it. But I get up here at 7 a.m. every day. At the earliest, I leave at 7 p.m. All right, Chad said, what's up? Hope all is well. Yes, sir. Kush McGee, so what's up, bud? How's it going, buddy? Everything's good, bud. Strictly Hard Rap. So I remember when you just got divorced, you would get home drunk whiskey and knock down a burrito. The growth is deep to see, but man, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm any stronger than anybody else. It was fucking hard, man. Having to learn certain things that went on and how your friends were people you thought were your friends were the ones that were actually, causing the issues. And that's tough to deal with, man. And even now, it's people that still try to act friendly to me when I know that they were pursuing my wife. They were trying to sleep with my wife. Friends of mine. So they're not my friends anymore. I don't hold any hard feelings against them, man. Do your thing. It's open season now. Go for it. And I guess they didn't want to stick around and be a daddy to them kids. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, life is good here, man. I have no complaints. My wife, she's got an amazing job. She's a big time administrator at a hospital, and it's nice having two incomes in a household. So that makes life a lot easier. Gives us a lot more money to be able to go and have fun and do things and take trips. And she lets me waste some money here and there on my excursion. My excursion outside has too much money tied up in it. Let's see. iPro said, "Do you still trust people after this?" Man, I've always give people the benefit of the doubt. I always trust people until they give me a reason not to trust them. But as far as women, like, I don't check my wife's phone. She doesn't have Snapchat. Snapchat, you can say what you want. Oh, I just use it for this and that. That's the fucking devil's app, man. If you're a married person, there's no reason to have. I don't care what you say. You can make all the shit you want. There's no reason to have Snapchat. An app that has disappearing messages. Well, that's what I use to talk to my sister. Text the bitch. Message her on Facebook. Something like, come on, man. Like, out of respect, I deleted the app off of my phone. I only used it for my daughter, like to do the little silly filters on there, because you can check my Snap score. When I was single, it went up like a couple hundred, and I hated even using Snapchat, but my last message was like a year ago. But out of respect for my wife, I deleted it because I don't need that shit. I don't even want any doubts to be there. So for those of you that have it and you're married, good for you, but it ain't going in my household. That's leaving an opening. So yeah, fuck Snapchat. We don't do that. What a shitty app. Even when I was single and I'd get messages and stuff, and then I forget what I'm even talking about. And then the next day it'll be another message, and then the old shit's disappeared. Fuck, I don't even remember what we were talking about, man. I hated it for that reason. I like being able to scroll back and see what the hell we were talking about. Wild to me. But that's the world we live in now, man. I think there's more people cheating on each other than not cheating on each other. What message is held for review? View message. Kush McGee, yeah, fuck Snapchat. Yeah, you can show that one. Big Red says, "What's up, L5P?" You want me to do it, man? You want me to do it? Man, what about that L5 Pay? You hear about that new L5 Pay? It's so fast. You got to spend about $14,000 tune and delete it, but boy, that L5 Pay. Man, we drove one hauling this this Polaris right here up to Wisconsin 2 weeks ago. Me and Ashley went on a little week-long trip. My buddy has a 2024 L5P Chevy Silverado, and man, it towed great. I got no complaints about that truck. It towed great. It drinks some diesel now. Like, pulling that side-by-side doesn't weigh that much. It's the size of a Jeep on a 20-foot car hauler, and we were running 80, 85 miles an hour. But it was getting like 8 miles per gallon. Like, I was expecting a little better than that, but yeah, I got no problem with L5P. But the best sounding diesel in the world is the one I got outside. That 6.0, baby. That 6.0. Matter of fact, it ain't crunk in 2 days. Y'all want to hear a cold start? That 6.0 sounds so good. Yeah, because I got a little Hyundai I drive back and forth to work. Let me give you all a little cold start. The 6.0. The Excursion. Let's see. There she is. Let's crank her on up. That old school. Gotta wait for them glow plugs. There she is. Motherfucking jet engine, baby. You can't beat that 6.0. You get to hear that clackety clack. New diesels just don't make that noise anymore, man. You can't hear a diesel anymore. Give it a little rev. Cold rev. Woo. I love it. Love it. Love that thing, man. Such a headache. So much trouble. 6.0s, but boy, they sound good. Mr. Chad said you get rid of the Eco Diesel. Was talking to you on Facebook about it a while back. Slick truck. Well, I sold it to my buddy that works in the oil field in West Texas. It was $1,000 a month between the note and insurance. I didn't need it, man. I drive back and forth to the shop every day. I'm trying to free up a little bit. The excursion's paid for, so to be able to free up $1,000 a month for a truck that I don't need. And my buddy said he needed it so he could leave that one out in West Texas, leave his other truck here. So he bought it from me. And, I didn't lose any money or anything, but I love that truck. It was a great truck. I just, $1,000 a month I didn't need to be spending. I'd rather put it back into the business or go on a trip. It's $12,000 a year. So, yeah, I didn't get rid of it for any reason other than, I didn't need it. I drive back and forth to work every day. My wife's got a Ram, a 1500 Hemi. So if I need a truck for a day, she'll take the Hyundai, the little Sonata I got out there, and I'll take her truck if I need a truck for the day. Other than that, she drives a truck every day, and I drive the Hyundai, or else, I drive. On the weekends, we drive the Excursion because we can haul the kids in there. But yeah, other than that, man, that's all we do. But yeah, I did like the Eco Diesel. It was a nice truck. I would guess if I could get any truck right now, if budget wasn't a concern and I could just write a check for a truck, I used to say until recently, and any level F450, man, I've wanted one forever. 30s and 42s, any level lift, black on black limited F450, deleted and tuned. But now there's so many of them out there, and every every big show, SEMA, all that stuff, the Texas shows, you see fucking 50 of them with a different wrap on them. They're all the same. I'm not hating on them by any means. They're fucking badass, but there's nothing unique about them anymore. When my Excursion shows up, when I take my Excursion anywhere, there's not that many of them on the road, and that one's mint condition. And love or hate the 30s. It's got 30s on it, so, you can love or hate it. It's still an Excursion on 30s with a built 6.0. So it gets a lot of attention, along with, my lights and my audio. And, it's 20 years old, but it's paid for. And doesn't have any, emissions crap on there. The government can't shut it off from a satellite. It's old school. Good old diesel. Zamora said, Zamora Trucking, what's going, bro? When you can customize it, man. Whenever you're ready, bud. You bring that Kenworth and bring a check. We'll get you taken care of. we will get you squared away as wild or mild as you can afford. LEDs. Dude, I could do these in my sleep now. I do so many LEDs now. But I love it. Wiring is my favorite part. I know a lot of people hate wiring. I can sit at a table and wire all day long. I love it. And designing. I love designing stuff. I hate building it. I hate installing. But boy, I love getting on my computer and just whatever ideas in my crazy head that day, putting it down and building it. That's how I came up with those acrylic wheel rings. And we've sold, I think 10 or 11 sets of those. And, those are $2,500 a piece. I didn't think they would hit like that. People are buying them. It's not a mass production thing, but you got to have big wheels to run them. You got to have a desire for big flashy lights. And so it takes the right customer, but yeah, they're moving pretty good. For an idea that I had that nobody else has done. I'm the only person that's ever done acrylic wheel rings, floating rings behind your wheels made out of acrylic. And so it kind of feels good to do something before anybody else, especially in 2024. There's not much that hadn't been done. And little old Bo from Mississippi did it first. Because believe me, I've checked. I've looked everywhere. Nobody else has done floating acrylic wheel rings on a vehicle like I have. And made it functional where you can daily drive it. Like I have mine, rain, snow, sun, cold, heat, doesn't matter. We've taken them to Atlanta, taken it to Florida, taken it to Tennessee, running 90 plus, and they stay strong. I did break 2 brackets last week, but it was an easy repair. But mine are big. Like I've still got them sitting over here. I've got 2 of them off right now, so I can. One of them had broken brackets. One of them was getting close. All right, so this set I sold. These I got to ship out tomorrow, but these are a set of young Dolph rings that I designed for a guy that had a young Dolph theme. So you got Paper Route Empire, young Dolph, when he died and born, an AK at the bottom, 100 shots, the dolphin, and then you got bullets all the way around. So that set ships off Monday. But here's mine over here. So, yeah, when I say these are big, let's see. All right, that's the. My setup is big, man. Like that's 8 rows of pure white lights, a 27-inch acrylic ring, and all that floats in front of the brake. This goes in front of the brake. And did custom built brackets, quick disconnect plugs, big, huge aluminum ring. That's a 27-inch LED ring. So it, yeah. I think I'm the only one that's ever done that. Steven said I would take a 2016 Volvo as a daily driver. Insures as much. 300 to 400 maintenance a year, $600 in gas. Last almost 2 months going back and forth to work. I've never really looked into Volvos, man. They look pretty cool. I've never looked into them. I'd really like to get like a 99 or 2000 Honda Civic Si, just bone stock with a little 6-speed in it to daily drive back and forth. But those are kind of expensive when you find a clean one. I don't want a riced out one. I don't want custom wheels or spoiler. My buddy had one brand new back then. It was like a 2000 model, and it was a fun little car. Screams real high RPM, little manual transmission. So yeah, I'd like to find a 2000 Honda Civic 2-door Si just as a daily driver. Cherry Bomb Sedan, what you been up to? Just working, bud. Working. Fuck, there's 40 people on here. Jesus. Darren, what's up? Man, I didn't realize that many people were on here. Do all of y'all follow me on others? Because I'm still really active on socials. Not on YouTube, but on, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Instagram's dead. It's all about Facebook and TikTok now. 90% of my business comes from TikTok now. OG Wino. Yo, Bo, what's up? That's a nice rig back there. Nope, it's a customer's. We're doing custom audio and lights to it. You have to go back and you have to rewatch this video tomorrow or something. I went and did a tour of it and all that, but that's what I'm working on, is custom audio door panels right now. Getting them all wired up, but I had to get these speaker rings for a customer built now, a separate customer. All right, I need my heat gun. TikTok's where I get all my business from now. I go hard on TikTok. I'm at like 80,000 or something like that subscribers on TikTok. And I make a little money off TikTok too, and then I also get free shit sent to me, but that's not where I get my money. My money is from the customer. Like this customer, this guy's 150 grand in this thing. When it's all said and done, he saw on TikTok. Guy from Oklahoma, still never met him to this day, and he just pays invoices like nothing. TikTok. But yeah, I do, and then I post most of my just daily activity on Facebook, but heat shrink, baby. Nothing but marine grade. Got that glue in there when it leaks out. Yeah, I don't do all that acting dumb for clout shit anymore, thinking I'm popular. Fuck all that, man. After that 2019 incident, and especially after my divorce in 2022, I've got very few real friends that I fuck with. The rest of y'all are just acquaintances. Now, I got no issues with any of y'all, and most of y'all I've never met in person. It probably never will. But I've learned to keep my personal circle very, very small. That's my biggest word of advice today. Keep your fucking circle small, man, because the people you think have got your back are the first ones to kick you when you're down, man. I had people that I thought were good friends of mine, man. And not only the ones that were trying to sleep with my wife, but the ones that when I did get in a little bit of trouble, like the Shelby incident, and I look on those Facebook posts, they're laughing and hee-hawing and tagging their friends and calling me a dopehead and a bad father and all. I'm like, these are people that I thought were my friends, Keep your fucking circle small, man. The very few people that I fuck with now, I trust them more than family. They got my back through anything, and I've got their back through anything. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. That's my word of advice for tonight from a 44-year-old man that's made more mistakes in life than I care to even remember. That's one thing. You don't need a bunch of friends. It's okay to have acquaintances. You don't have to be mean to people, be assholes to them, but be careful who you tell certain things to, because there's times you might want to get a little talk about some things that just because you want to talk to somebody. And just be very careful with how much info you tell certain people, because they'll go and they'll use it against you and behind your back and talking shit. Because if those are, I don't even have friends that talk shit about other people. You know, because that makes me wonder, what do you say about me? You know, when you're, because I've been around people that are nice to somebody else that walks up, and as soon as they walk away, they got a million bad things to say about them. You know, what do you say about me when I walk away? You know, I don't want to be around that. So, yeah, I've got very few people that I fully trust. That's my word of advice for the night. Is careful who you fuck with. If there's any doubts in your mind, relationship-wise, let me give you this word of advice. If you have any doubts whatsoever, that ain't the one for you, man. If it's in your head at all, if you've been tipped off about something, if somebody told you something about your woman or your man, it's probably true. You might deny it. Man, you don't know how many years I tried to deny shit in my head when multiple people are telling me things. And because you'll make yourself want to believe it because you want it to, you want to believe that that's a good person you're with, even though the facts are in your face. You know, just I have zero doubts about my current wife. Zero. I have no reason to check anything, her devices, her phone, nothing. You know, she works, she comes home, she cooks, she takes care of me, takes care of the kids. That's it. You know, she don't give a fuck about social media. She doesn't do Snapchat. She doesn't do none of that shit, man. She doesn't care about clout, you know. She doesn't like that I'm very as social as I am. Like in real life, I'm not a social person. Social media, I push a lot, but in real life, I'm just chill, lay back, quiet. So I have zero doubts about this woman I'm with, man. You know, if you have any doubts whatsoever, it's probably what you think, man. Frankie said, "What's your TikTok?" Bo Knows Customs. Look up BeaukNowsCustoms. Man, I think we need to do. Fuck, we got 40 people. I think it was at like almost 60 a little while ago. Y'all want to do a little giveaway? Like y'all want to do a? I tell you what. Let's do one right now. How about that? All right, what we're going to do, let's see, what do I got that I can do? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell you a business card, metal business card, Bo Knows Customs. I'm going to sell you that and I'll sign it. Bo Rogel, right there on the back, personally to you. So I'm going to sell these for $10 a piece. So for $10, you get a card and you get entered in to win. Let's see what we're going to give away, because you can't do a raffle. That's against the law. But I can sell you a card and you get entered in. Let's give away a pair of DS18s. How about that? Let's see. Oh, these are nice too. Ooh, brand new in the box. Let's get these out. Let's see what they look like. Oh. Brand new, baby. Ooh, those are the nice ones with the big grills. DS18, NXL 8Ms. Somebody look up what's retail on these. I don't even know how much they cost. Somebody look up that part number real quick. So we got NXL 8Ms, DS18s. These suckers get down. I've put these in boats and all that stuff. So whatever retail is, I'll take 20% off, because I think that's about what my cost is anyway, and then we'll do $10 a spot. See if we can fill up a quick board real quick. You get your business card mailed to you, and get a chance to win this right now, and we'll ship them out tomorrow. Matter of fact, we'll leave them out of the box for now, so people can see. We got 53 on here. Chad, they're 200. Is that retail on them? Let's see. Here, I'll look them up. NXL 8M WH. Let's go to my NXL 8M WH on DS18 site. Oh, they're on Black Friday sale. 20% off. All right, so that's about right. Let's do 170. Let's do 170. So we'll do 17 spots at $10. So we'll do 17 of these cards. No matter what, you get a card. So you get one of my new cool metal business cards. So we'll do 17 spots, and then we will do it now. We ain't done that in a while. So we'll go to random.org. Let's see, free service. Okay, so we'll do that. So we'll do 17 spots, and we'll let it sit there. We won't touch nothing. So we're gonna walk away from the computer, get 17 of these suckers out. Get my little notebook. All right, how do I pin a comment? And hell, y'all might not want to do it. There's 47 of y'all. So I figure for 10 bucks, it's worth just getting one of my cool new cards. They're metal, man. Metal cards. So I won't make any money on it, but I thought I don't use those. I don't really move DS18 anymore. I'm more of a concrete audio dealer now. So I won't really use them for anything. But let's see. Let me post my Cash App so that way people can send me if they want to get in. Let's see. How do I even comment on my own shit? How do I comment? All right, somebody post my Cash App on there. Why will it not let me? It's just the money sign and then Bo Rogel. So put that. Whoever, do I still have like admins on this? Scarface, are you still an admin on this thing? Like whatever it's called? Are you still my moderator? All right, Breadman just posted it. Let me see if I can pin message. All right, Breadman did it first, so he gets one for free. All right, you get a spot for free, Breadman. 1 through 17, which one you want? So now I'm really down. Hell, I'm losing money now. After I ship all this shit off, I'll lose money, but I don't care. All right, Breadman wants number 17. Man takes the tail end. All right, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Breadman wants number 17. So we'll do Breadman. What does Breadman mean anyway? Do you like literally bake bread, or are you saying you got bread like money? It can go either way. I'm kind of wondering. All right, so for those of y'all that are just getting in here, I'm selling my business card, my new metal business cards for 10 bucks. My new metal ones, man, they're so nice. So you buy a card for $10, I ship it to you. If you want me to, I'll sign my name on it. I don't give a damn. And you get entered into a chance to win these brand new DS18 NXL 8M whites. Brand new suckers. Still got all the harnesses in the bag and all that stuff. So we're doing 17 spots at $10 a piece, and we'll ship them out tomorrow morning. I'll get you a tracking number tonight. We're going to do the random number generator whenever we're ready. Let's see if we can fill it up. And that's the Cash App right there. Just put your YouTube username when you send the money. And so now I'm actually losing money. Hell, I hope we don't fill it up. But I'm going to sit that to the side so I can do some gluing until somebody decides they want to get a spot. But Oh, I got to go to court in January. I got sued for being a racist. They said I was a racist. I was profiling. The guy's suing me for $3,500. Somebody that lives in our neighborhood. We had somebody breaking into cars. A young kid. I could see him on our surveillance camera. Broke into our truck, Ashley's truck, while we were gone on vacation. And then I posted on the neighborhood page on Facebook. And there was like 8 other people that said that they had theirs broken into too, and had surveillance footage and all that stuff. And so of course I posted it, and I'm like, you know what? I was like, maybe this kid is misguided. You know, maybe because I did some dumb shit when I was a kid too. I did the same dumb shit, and I said maybe he's misguided. And then we found out where he lives. We found out his parents moved to our neighborhood recently because there's a bunch of rentals in there now, and they'll rent out to anybody. But they moved out of like the ghetto, like the hood, which is only like 15 minutes away from where I live. I live in a nice neighborhood. And so I'm thinking, you know, maybe this kid, that's what he knows. He knows what's right and wrong, but maybe that's just what he does. And so I made another post, and I said, hey, if anybody talks to this kid, and I talked to a friend of mine who's a senator now, one of the Mississippi senators, or a congressman. And I said, hey, can you get a hold of the judge or something? If this kid gets arrested, can we make it to where he can come work for me? I said, I'll offer him a job, and he can pay off his restitution working here and make a little bit of money and learn a trade. Maybe that's what he needs. He said, yeah, I'll get that squared away. So while I'm waiting to hear back about that, the same kid's walking down the road at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, on a school day, in front of the house, just walking down the road. And I pull it off the camera. I post the screenshot. I said, hey, this kid's walking around. He's going to end up going in the wrong car, the wrong driveway, or in somebody's house, and somebody's going to kill him. And so I posted that. And then this black guy in the neighborhood that lives there, he makes his own post. He says, people posting my picture, white racist motherfuckers and this and that, need to mind their own business and quit thinking every black man's a criminal. And I don't even respond to stuff. Nobody tagged him. I don't know who he is. He doesn't even look anything like this kid. And, you know, I figure if you're living in the neighborhood, if somebody's trying to stop crime in your neighborhood and offer the kid a job, that's not a racist. But I left it alone. He started posting pictures of my family and stuff and saying, man, your kids will be proud to know they got a racist dad. And I don't respond to it because there's no winning in that situation. You're not going to change his mind arguing with him because he's literally being a racist while he's calling me a racist because he's profiling me as a white person. That's racism. That's the definition of racism. But it seems to be only one way for the most part. So I ignore it, and I move on with my day. Like a week later, a sheriff comes to the house, drops off a piece of paper, whatever it's called, where you got to go to court. He's suing me for racial profiling. $3,500 is what he wants. So we got court in January. I'm not getting an attorney. I'm showing up. I gotta see how that goes. I've always wanted to be sued before. He has nothing. I didn't even get into, like, you know, sometimes I'll get in an online argument and somebody will talk shit because he was on there talking about, man, come to Ashwood Place. That's where I live. You know, I got something. I got a heater for you. You ain't leaving my driveway. And I just ignored it. So he's the one doing the threatening. I thought about going to press actual charges against him instead of just a lawsuit. But I let it go. And but I got court in January for that. I'm curious to see how that goes. I've always wondered, how does a judge look at that? But he wrote in his own number, 3,500. But he was straight gangster. You know, he's a big tough guy on Facebook. Runs straight to the courthouse and sues me. I think he might be one of those types because we live in a nice neighborhood, like 300,000 and above houses, and he doesn't work. From what I understand, he just walks around the neighborhood. So maybe that's who he is. Maybe he sues his way through life. I've heard there are people that do that. So maybe he sues certain people, and for them to just not deal with the headache, they pay it or offer a settlement. Not me, partner. We're going to go to court. But I'm kind of curious how they handle that with no evidence, how they deal with that. iPro says, they said, did he sue you? No attorney or anything. Here, I wonder if I can do the shared screen thing. Y'all hang on a second. I got to crop that down so you can't see his name and address. Hang on. I'm back. Let me see if I can add in. I remember there was a way I can add in a photo or something. Or is that only on like Instagram? I want to show it to you. Because you can tell just by the way he talks. Let's see. I can copy links. I thought for sure we did it on YouTube before. There's the filters. But I just want to add the photo where y'all can see it. I guess not. Fuck. Start a poll. I don't care about a poll. I'll show y'all some photos. Anyway, even because you can literally go write your own report, no attorney, no judge. You just go up there, request a lawsuit paper, fill in the blanks, name, address of you, who you're suing, and then just write in the description what it is. And then they actually deliver it to your house. Like, it's crazy to me. But yeah, we're going to go and see it. Mimi said, you're old, dude. Yep. Your mama loves me, though. Fucking loves me. I'm at that age now where I could be your daddy. Or stepdaddy. But you seem like a troubled kid. I don't want to deal with troubled kids. Y'all got... Your generation now is something else. Because your first thing you'd say, you're not my dad. And I'd beat you. And then you call the cops and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm that old now. Let's see. Let's get this LED going. And how do I know you're a kid? Because you have a fake profile and you said you are for Youre. My generation doesn't do that. We type it out, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. We spell it out the correct way. We don't do you are for Youre. So that's how I know you're a child. Do we still have a troll on here? I hadn't had a troll on here in a while. I miss that, man. That used to be the good stuff. Them was the good times. Y'all know I never backed down to anybody back then. Just like that truck rice fella. Y'all remember him? Is he still around? Remember, I did some investigating and found out he worked at AutoZone and drove a extended cab Chevy Silverado, rusted out 2-wheel drive that he put mud grips on, squatted. And he worked at AutoZone truck race and still lived with his mom. So once I did that, a little bit of research, he kind of left me alone after that. But that was, yeah, he used to post pictures of my kids and my wife and all that stuff. And I did a little bit of research, spent about a day or two finding out who he was, IP address trackers and all that stuff. And, yep, it's exactly who you would picture it is. I wonder if he's still at AutoZone now. When you go and ask him for windshield wipers and they say 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, bitch, like, Paint Gun, don't put him in timeout. Let him talk. Paint Gun, don't do that. You've always been quick on that trigger. You know we like the trolls, man. Let them make it. No more timeouts from Mimi. Let him make it. Matter of fact, give him priority. I forgot Paint Gun used to knock motherfuckers off. Paint Guns blocked my wife off of here before my ex-wife. He got sick of her shit. Mimi, what you got to say? You got the floor, man. It's all you. What do you got to say about me? Or I tell you what, I'll let you ask any question. Any question you want, and I will answer it truthfully. Ask me any question. I promise you, I will answer it truthfully. Come on, give me your bet. You get one question, Mimi. Think about it. I'll give you a minute. Think about it for a minute. Any question you want. That's pretty fair. So take you about 60 seconds. Don't waste that question on something stupid. I'm giving you the most intimate part of my life. You can ask anything, and I will tell you. Truthfully. Nobody else is going to give you that deal. Hey, Bread Man, I don't think anybody wants to win any speakers tonight. Go ahead and I'm going to paint gun, unpin that comment with the Cash App thing because people are going to think I'm on here begging or something. Bread Man, I'm going to send you something just for being the first to do. I'm going to send you a t-shirt. I got a Bonose Customs t-shirt, brand new. I'm going to send you. Now, it's a 1X. If it doesn't fit you, hang it up on your wall. That's all I got. Thank you, paint gun. So, Breadman, I need you to get me your address somehow. How the hell are we going to do that? Is there Messenger on YouTube? I tell you what, message me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any of that. Post a screenshot of your profile on here so it's not just somebody saying they're you, like a screenshot of you on your profile. And so that way I know it's you. You don't have to post your name or anything like that on here. Just do that on whatever social media platform you want to. And I will send you a free t-shirt. Just for being a good sport. Mimi, all right, Mimi, come on now. 60 seconds is up. I want your best question, man. Make it a good one. You get one question. Anything you want to ask. Come on. Bring me your best. I got nothing to hide. No shame here. Life is too good for me to be bothered right now. Mimi. All right, he's about to go to jail. Casey Laird said, you ever get it? Casey, where you been? I'm remarried now. I got me a little young thing, a little 30-year-old doctor. I done swapped it up. Yeah, I've been divorced for 2 years, man. Got me a new wife. Message is held for review. Let's see what it is. Casey Laird said, fuck yeah, man. Okay, I can show that. Mimi. All right, paint gun, put him in timeout. I gave you a minute to ask any question you wanted. You say you got nothing, timeout. Put him in jail, paint gun. All right, when you come out of jail, all right, that's 1.8 thousand seconds. Is that what it says? How long is that? 1.8 thousand. Jesus Christ, it seems like forever, but I don't think it is, huh? Was that 5 minutes? 6 minutes? 1.8 thousand seconds. That sounds so long. What an odd way to do it. Like 30 minutes. He's in jail for 30 minutes? Shit, he ain't gonna hang out. I tell you what, Mimi, you hang out for that 30, I'll give you a free t-shirt too. If you stick around for 30 minutes without leaving and you come back and comment again, so if you just sit here and listen to me for 30 minutes and you can't say nothing, you're in jail, I'll send you a free t-shirt. How about that? That's fucking generous. I don't care what you say. That is generous. I won't even wash it either. I'll wear it to work that day, not washed, have a little smell to it, and I will send you that t-shirt. How about that? Is that fair? 30 minutes. Paint gun, is that how long timeouts have always been? I thought they were like 5 minutes. Or do you have a selection where you can hit them hard like that? 30 minutes. That's a long time. 1.8 thousand seconds is what it said. That's so long. 1.8 thousand seconds. I'm going to start telling my kids that. You want to go to jail for 1,000 seconds? All right, go to timeout. 1,000 seconds. Don't say a word. That's way more vicious than minutes. Or even half an hour. Half an hour is the weakest. Then you say 30 minutes is pretty rough. But you say 1.8 thousand seconds. That's detrimental to a child. Hell, I didn't even know how many minutes that was. YouTube's kind of trolling with that one. 1.8 thousand seconds. That's funny. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Oh, I'm thinking about moving sometime next year. I think we're going to get out of Mississippi. But I got to be within reasonable driving distance of my children so they can still go back and forth from me to their mothers. And I wanted to be in a state that has the best tax breaks for small businesses and a very nice state to be in, period. So can y'all guess where that is? I'm pretty sure y'all can figure that out. What's the best state for small businesses in the South by far for taxes? Florida, baby. Adam said it. So the closest I can be to home, because Ashley, she can get a job at any hospital as an top administrator, what she is. So we can't be in some little small town. We have to, so we're thinking Pensacola, man. That's right there at the Florida border, kind of. It's only 3.5 hours from here. So I can still, make that trip to be able to get kids and all that stuff, and they can just stay with me for the whole summer and every other weekend or whatever. And so I think we're going to make that move this year, man. Ashley's down. She's got full custody of her child. So we got 4 altogether. And I think we might make that move this year. I've been shopping around the property down there. As long as you're not on the beach, as long as you're 10, 15 miles away from the beach, it's not really that bad. It's about 20 to 30% higher than what it is here. But, and me, what I do, I don't like, my operation is not open to the public. I don't have signage outside my building. I do all my business online. So I don't need a front road location. I don't want one. So I can do my business from anywhere. So we've been shopping for a house with a little bit of land and a shop on the house, like a shop on the property. That's my main goal, man, to be able to just work from home. Like have a shop. This is 2,000 square foot. I'd like to have one about this size, maybe a little bigger. This one's got heat and AC and all that stuff. But I mean, I'm 10 minutes from the house right now. So if this was on my property, oh man, that'd be so nice. So that's our goal for 2025. We're not buying anything new. We were going to get a boat. We're going to hold off on that. We thought about going to get a new truck. We're going to hold off on that. Our goal is to be able to move in 2025. So I'm excited about it. She's excited about it. She's lived here her whole life. She's ready to go too. So that is what we're working on. So in Pensacola, if anybody y'all know any good pieces of property in Pensacola within 10, 15 minutes of the major hospitals there, let me know. So I think that's what we're going to do. And yeah, the small business tax stuff there is really nice. I can't believe every small business doesn't want to go to Florida. Any business, period. Their taxes there are just amazing. I wish every other state would take their route. I wonder if Mimi's still here. Could somebody see if he's still here or has he left? I really want to be able to send him a t-shirt. And I'm going to sign it, your friend, Bo. You are, not Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. I'm going to do you are. Your friend, Bo. Try to keep up with these cool kids nowadays. It ain't easy. Paint Gun says he's still in timeout, but is he still here? Is there a way to see if somebody's still in here or not? Because the numbers keep fluctuating. They could keep going from 35 to 50. I can't believe we've been in here 66 minutes and we're still holding 35 plus people. Can you see the list of people that are in here, Paint Gun? I wish it would show me a list because I'm kind of curious who's in here. Wonder if it's anybody I know from my past. Paint Gun said no, sir. Scarface said you'll take a shirt. Man, Scarface, you'll really like these. Hang on, I'll show it to you. Let me finish this. I've got like those Dickie style button-up shirts with my logo. You have to pay for it though, Scarface. I can't just keep giving them away. But these are really nice. I've got one hanging up over here. I'll show you in a second. I've always wanted those style shirts. I got them for work, but I don't even wear them at work. I take it off when I get here because I don't want to get it dirty. But I love, I've always wanted those style of shirts. Hang on, I'm almost done. It's the last one. Bo Knows Customs. You know, when I came up with that name, because if you're from my generation, do you know what Bo Knows means? Let me see who knows what Bo Knows means. Where does that saying come from? I'm very surprised not many people know it anymore. You had to be an 80s baby to know it, I guess. Bo Knows. Y'all don't go Google it and cheat. I wonder if anybody really knows. Paint Gun's got it. Nope. Mr. Chad, nope. Paint Gun got it. Bo Knows. Bo Jackson, man. He was the top guy for Nike back then. That was his slogan. Bo knows everything. Is Bo Jackson. He played, I think in 1 year, he played in the Super Bowl and the World Series in the same year. Like, he jumped back and forth between baseball and football. He was a top athlete all the way around. But that was from my generation. I don't think people know that anymore, man. So I've been thinking about changing my name, my company name. The reason it's my name is because I was a little smart-ass kid, and my mama told me every time she'd get on to me about something and I'd talk back or whatever, she'd be like, yep, Bo knows everything, huh? You just know everything. So I've always went by Bo Knows because that was the same time that Bo Jackson was popular. And but now I don't think people know who it is. I lied. I got one more. I'm fixing to show you my shirts, though. Raiders and the Royals. Was that true? The same year he went to the Super Bowl and the World Series? Played in both? I think that's what I heard. I didn't follow him that closely because I was young, but I heard he would have been one of the best ever without his injuries. I heard his injuries are what killed it for him as far as making a full-out career and really just smashing a lot of records in both sports. No, Deion Sanders did it too, but Bo Jackson did as well. Well, Deion Sanders, I don't know which one played in both World Series and Super Bowl, but I know Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson played both professional football and professional baseball at the same time. I don't know which one went to both things in the same year, though. That might be Dion. I don't know. Neon Dion. I'm not a big sports guy. I don't watch any sports now. Okay, so Dion is the one that did World Series and Super Bowl in the same year. Yeah, dude snapped a baseball bat over his knee. Yeah, he would literally get mad and break an entire wooden baseball bat over his knee. Bo Jackson was a unit. Go back and look up after we get off this on YouTube. Just type in Bo Jackson highlights. Dude was a fucking unit, man. Big, stout, fast. Yeah, Bo Jackson was legit, man. And I think it was a knee injury or something that ended his career. But yeah, Bo Jackson was legit. But that's where the saying comes from. Bo knows. Bo knows customs. Did he snap it over his head? No, I'd have to see that. A whole wooden baseball bat over his head. That's crazy. Nowadays, they kick you out of the game for that. Yeah, I need to go back and look at some highlights. I haven't really, like I said, I haven't done much research on him. I guess I need to now that I've named my business after his slogan. Wild Country updates. Salute, Bo. No, good to see you. Doing well. It's been a little while since you checked in on here. Yes, sir. It has been a little while. I don't know why I don't do it more often. I guess every time I think about it, I'm like, man, nobody gives a shit. You know, I figure I'll hop on here and there's 2 or 3 people, but dude, we've been on here 72 minutes and we've maintained 25 plus people the whole time. I'm very surprised. There's no drama in my life. You know, most people were on here for the drama. You know, they love seeing me fucking fall apart. Dude, those of you that remember, man, I hadn't forgotten. You know, when I'm sitting in my camper crying in a corner, drinking with music playing, the fuck was I going through, man? Why did none of y'all come save me, man? Why didn't none of y'all say, where is this motherfucker? I'm going to get him right now. Like, why'd y'all sit there and watch that? Why didn't y'all help me, man? Why'd y'all watch me go through that? I'm not going to lie. If I saw somebody going through that I followed on social media, and I could, you know, reach out to them and say, hey, come on, man. Come stay here for a little while. I got a spot for you. Get your shit together. I would have. Like, I'd still do it to this day. If it was somebody I really followed and, you know, knew about their personal life and everything and knew what they were going through, I definitely, you know, Bob, I'm surprised Bob's not in here. Bob Fawcett. You know, he's the one that in 2019, he saved me, man. I don't know what I would have done 2019 if not for Bob. You know, when I was going through all that crap where I was finding out, you know, different guys running around with my wife and all that shit. Guys I thought were my friends, and, you know, I smashed the Shelby and getting in trouble. And, you know, Bob messaged me, said, dude, come to my house. You know, he was fucking 14 hours away up in Pennsylvania. He's like, dude, I got a room for you here. Come stay as long as you need to. You don't owe me shit. And Bob saved me, man. I'll never forget that. I drove up there, I had nothing. Didn't have a change of clothes, had $0. You know, some of y'all on here cash apped me so I could make it there. And, you know, y'all helped me through a lot of rough times. I'll never forget that. A lot of y'all did, but Bob literally opened up his house where his wife and his kids were and let me stay there. I stayed there for like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month. Didn't bother me, didn't give me a lot of shit. And yeah, Bob, I still talk to Bob to this day. We're good friends on Facebook, and he keeps saying he's going to come down here for a little while. I said, man, come down here and stay with me for a little while. I got a spare bedroom, and you can come help in the shop, hang out, whatever. You know, let me show you some hospitality. And he says he's working on it, so. But yeah, I'll never forget that, man. I don't know if I wouldn't have left town that day. If I wouldn't have left town that day and I would have stuck around, I probably would have done something I would have regretted, and something that probably would have put me back in prison. You know, I wasn't in my right mind then, so I had to hit the road. So yeah, yeah, I don't forget stuff like that. Don't think that I've gotten above that, just because my life is good now. Don't think I forgot what the bottom feels like. I remember it all the time. Yeah, because I went through some shit, man. But any of y'all that are going through something similar, just know there's still sunlight on the other side, man. You got to fight your way through it. It takes time. It takes time to move past a person in your life that you thought was your person, and to realize how betrayed you were. And, it tears you down as a man. It makes you wonder, are you really a fucking man? Are you the man you thought you were? Like, it broke me down. And it took me a while to build myself back up and realize, I'm worth more than that, It took me a while to get to the point to where I'm more valuable than that to somebody else. And that's what I figured out. And now I've got a woman that fucking loves me to death and, shows me my value. It changes everything about your life, man. It, not just your personal life, not just your relationship, but it changes you as a father, changes your work attitude. I get so much more done now that I don't stress about what's going on at home. What's my wife doing while I'm working? Dude, my productivity now, my creativeness, to have my mind free from that is off the charts, man, compared to what it used to be. You don't understand how bad it gets when your head's fucked up like that. So yeah, if you're going through it, and I'll give that advice right now. If there's any doubts, dude, hit the fucking road. Don't try and save something that can't be saved. It's going to make it worse. I promise you. It's not going to get better. If you've been betrayed by your spouse and you know about it and you're still around, that's your fault. That's your fault. Get the fuck out of there, man. We only live one life. Every day, it's a clock that's counting down right now. Your clock could be 10 minutes from now, could be 50 years from now. That clock is not counting up at all. It's counting down. You only get one life. If you can't enjoy it with a certain person and you try to fight your way and try to make it work, you shouldn't have to try to do anything in a relationship. It should just be fluid, man. So if it's pure drama all the time and they think that's cute, they think that drama shit's cute, and fuck that. I want no part of that. Zero. So, yeah. Paint Gun is another good person. He's been here for a while. Went by the Born Racing. Okay, yeah. Now I know who you are, Wild Country. I got you. But in 2025, me and Ashley want to do some traveling, man. She's never done traveling. She's just always worked hard, taking care of her kid, and that's it, and save money. So now that she's been around me, she wants to do more. She wants to travel more. So yeah, if any of y'all know of any good spots, man, anywhere in the country that you think we would like to go, within reason, especially if some of y'all got somewhere we can go. Because I've had offers from some of y'all before where y'all have had big ranches or farms or up in the mountains or somewhere odd. If you got somewhere and you think you'd be cool to hang around for a couple of days, dude, we'll hit the road and we'll go. So, yeah, I'm self-employed. I can take off whenever I want to. So, JJ Man said, you still have the Mustang? Nope, got rid of it. I could feel it was going to be trouble. I was starting to drive a little bit like I used to, and we got rid of it. I got good self-control now compared to what I did, but it's still there. I still act up sometimes, and I can't do that, man. I got babies that depend on me, man. I got youngins. So I got to take away that temptation. Paint Gun, how much longer is he having timeout? Has it been 1,800 seconds? Because I don't want to get off here, and then I'd feel bad if he stuck around. I need to see if he's still around. Can you see if he's still in here or no? I don't even know if we can see if somebody's in here. Let me see if I click on viewers, if it shows me who. Nope. Shit, why does it not do that? It should show me. I'm the person that's in here. Show me. I can't even see the likes. But what is this little shopping bag at the bottom? Pinned to live stream. What is that? Oh, I can put products on there? That's cool. Paint gun, is he gone? Did he leave? That's disappointing. Doesn't win the used t-shirt. Let's test these rings real quick. We've got a little test board now. Turn it on. So we're in business. There we go. We got one. They're set to purple because that's what that truck is, purple. Let's test out number 2. All right, so those 2 are good. Let's try the other 2. That's easy money, man. Those are 45 bucks a piece. Number 3. Number 4. All right, so we got 4. Wild Country, so you installing audio? Yes, sir. We got a big, massive sound system going in there. We got 10,000 watts, 18 speakers, all custom fabricated door panels. And yeah, you'll have to scroll back to like the first 10 minutes of this video, and I did a walk around of that truck. It's a Peterbilt show truck. But yeah, we got a big build going on in that thing. So that's what I'm doing at the moment is we did custom fiberglass door panels wrapped in white leather. Got big acrylic insert right there that shows his company name. Big 1-inch thick acrylic that fits in there. And then we did custom purple ostrich skin upholstery for the top part of the door panels. So yeah, it's really nice. My upholstery guy that I use now, man, a guy named Will, his stitching is just so nice now, man. I'm so glad to have him on my team. But yeah, that's going to be a nice truck. It's supposed to be done tomorrow. So I've got all the fabrication work is done. Now it's just down to wiring. Message held for review. Let's see. Casey Laird said, does your wife give you shit? Your ex-wife give you shit? You seem to be doing good. Great. Man, I don't want to get too into it because you know how that goes. It always gets relayed back to her and then she throws a fit. It's not the smoothest road in Mississippi, but you can drive down it. I'll put it that way. You know, it still fluctuates back and forth depending on the day of the week, but y'all know how she can get when she wants to get that way. So I try to keep things as smooth as possible, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Well, that's a nice truck there. You got a nice shop. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, y'all remember I was working out of my garage, 2-car garage. Getting a shop was the best thing I've done. And it changes your level of business. I was nervous about it, of course, because you're taking on overhead, but it was worth it, man. Man, shop ain't cheap. It's 2,000 square foot, climate controlled, nice part of town. And it ain't cheap. It's twice as expensive as the house, but that's what you got to do. You want to run a business, right? I would like a little bit bigger. I mean, it does get a little small in here sometime. Man, it's a big truck. Man, it's a big Peterbilt. I mean, it's all the way back here, all the way to the front. So, I mean, it takes up half the shop. And I got the slingshot here we're working on, the Polaris. Got my CNC in the corner. Got my TV up on the wall and my little workstation. So, I mean, and I got two big doors, two big 16-footers. This is actually two separate shops without a wall, and I just rented both shops. But it works for now. I'd like to have more space. I'd like to have about double this in the next year or two. And business is good, man. I can't complain. Business is definitely good. Zero complaints from me. And my dog, I don't have Bruce Wayne anymore. I lost him in the divorce, so Bruce Wayne's still alive. He's still hanging out. He's like 13 years old. A little slow getting around, but he's still there. But I got my big boy here. Reese, what are you doing? You sleeping? What you doing, fella? This is my big fella. He's just a big lazy boy, just like Bruce was. What are you doing? You okay? You have an asthma attack? With his little T-Rex legs. JJ Man said, what are you driving now? I got two vehicles now. I got the Excursion. I got a 6.0 Excursion on 30s. It's kind of my shop truck. Full of audio lights, all that cool stuff. Got my floating center caps, my company logo. And finally got me a set of 30s. And then I got my little Hyundai. That's my back and forth to work vehicle. And I drive this on the weekends. We have the kids because I can fit all the kids in there. Yeah, man, it's loaded out with, I gotta unlock it. Yeah, can't really see it in the dark, but I got a bunch of audio in here. Big, nice sub box and all that stuff. So that's what I'm driving now. 6.0 Excursion and a little Hyundai. But both of them are paid for. And then my shop. Dario, so you still working the pipeline? Nope, them days are over with. I do custom audio now for myself. John Helm said, bro, long time no see. What's up, man? All right, I guess I can hang out for another minute because I got to make that controller for those lights. But we've been on here 90 minutes. I got to get off here in a minute. I got to go home. John said, how's life? Man, I can't complain. Can't complain about a single part of it. Life is good. Not many people can say that. I really have zero complaints about life. Zero. All right, I need some wire. Let me go cut some wire real quick. Or a lot of people might say that and they don't mean it, but I really don't have any complaints about life. Got a good wife, kids are good and healthy. I feel good. I've lost a shit ton of weight and I feel better about myself now than I have in a long time. Got to own my own business. It's thriving. I get to do what I love every day. You know, got a nice house, couple nice vehicles. I mean, what can you really complain about? John Helms said, good looking truck in the back. I agree. Very nice truck. That's a customer's truck. Man, if y'all don't follow me on other social media, I'm big on TikTok. I don't get on YouTube much, man. I don't post a lot on here. But TikTok, I post all the time. Facebook, I post all the time. You know, just look me up on either one, Bo Rogel or Bo Knows Customs. I post my daily life pretty much on Facebook and TikTok. I get a lot of customers off both those platforms. All of my I do zero advertising, zero paid advertising. All of my customers are off of social media. Every one of them are referrals from a previous customer. But yep. Dario said, what happened to the F3? Jesus Christ. Dario, you've been missing for 5 years? A lot's happened since then. A lot. Dario hops back in on here like it's 2019 still. Yeah, that's been a minute, buddy. That's been a hot minute. He said, what happened to the F-350? Well, hell, I can tell y'all now that the statute of limitations is up because I did look it up. Yes, I did insurance fraud the hell out of that truck. It was obvious to everybody. And paid that sucker off, and that was it. So, yeah, statute of limitations are 36 months on that. So I looked it up. So, thanks, Progressive. They paid in full. That's pretty wild, huh? Dario said, damn, so no more operator. Nope. But I know that's something I can always go back to if I ever did get in a bind or if I ever got a divorce, which I don't see it happening. But if I ever did, I know I would, I can always be an operator. It never goes away. Yeah, y'all can say what y'all want about insurance fraud. Yeah, everybody's thought of it. Everybody's been upside down in a vehicle or something's broken on it and you thought about it. You're like, man, how could I get rid of this thing? Because insurance companies are the biggest crooks anyway. You can lie to whoever you want and say you've never thought about it. Yeah, you have. Everybody's thought about it. I lose 0 minutes of sleep at night knowing I rip off an insurance company. Fuck that insurance company. Insurance companies are the biggest crooks. Fuck them. Zero guilt about that. Yep, that old transmission was blown up. The motor had a fucking hole in it. I was way too rough on that truck. I was trying to show out for y'all too much. I had that one viral video and started tearing that damn thing up. So when it was on its last leg, I said, you know what? That's it. Gotta go. So yeah, y'all can say, y'all, that's so bad. I would never do that. Yes, you would. If you knew you could get away with it and get rid of a vehicle that you were upside down in and it was broken, you do the same damn thing. It's just most of y'all ain't got the balls to try it. I won't ever do it again because I think I'm like red flagged in the system now. And nowadays I hear it's almost impossible to get away with that shit. John Helms, that crosses my mind every day. For real, man. People give so much shit about that when they see somebody that they know did a little trickery. Truck caught on fire, or all of a sudden it's missing in the morning. What happened? Don't give those people shit. They just tried something that you're afraid to try. We've all had that vehicle, that one vehicle that we owed too much money on. Something's wrong with it, and you don't feel like spending money to fix it. Don't say you're paying all that money for insurance. Don't say it's never crossed your mind to get rid of that sumbitch somehow. You just didn't want to take the risk because you didn't want to go to jail. Yeah, you can play all the goody two-shoes you want. Everybody's thought about it. Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't broke at the time. I just didn't want to spend another 20 grand on a new motor on a truck that I was already paying $1,300 a month for. Fuck that. Truck had to go. Fuck that truck. Right? Y'all feel me? Or y'all think I'm crazy? Or you think I'm crazy and you feel me? So. Paint guns, I'm picking up what you're putting down. But now both my vehicles are paid off. And hell, I'm 80 grand in that excursion now, from motor work to fucking the cost of the vehicle itself to audio, wheels, tires, lights. Dude, you know what that thing's valued at? Blue Book value? $16,000. I don't want nothing to happen to that thing. Ooh, that would hurt my feelings bad. That would hurt bad. Which I know you can do declared value, and I ain't trying to have no high-ass insurance rate on a 20-year-old fucking SUV. It's not like it's a classic car or something. I'll take my chances. I'm a gambling man. Butt connectors over here. Fuck, we've been on here 98 minutes. I ain't been on this long in a long time. And there's still 40 of y'all on here. What the fuck are y'all doing on here, man? Let me get this right. All right. I get a viral video 5 years ago. It's fucking long gone now. I still get paid for it, which is crazy. Like a couple hundred every month. There's still people that watch that old-ass video. Y'all start following along because my life is an absolute train wreck. It's a disaster. I got a disaster of a marriage, life on the road, losing jobs, getting new jobs every 2 weeks in West Texas, and, you know, broken money and drinking. And so y'all start following them. And then 5 years later, we still got 40 plus people on here that'll watch for 100 minutes of me talking about nothing. That's wild. I'm a nobody, man. I'm a literal nobody. I'm not gonna lie. Any of y'all go live for 100 minutes? I'm not sticking around, man. That's a long time to hang out watching somebody. But I don't know, maybe I look that good, or maybe I talk that well. I don't know. Or maybe it's just relatable. Maybe a lot of y'all live the same life I live. Just pursuit of happiness, man. Middle class life, just trying to make it. Just trying to be happy. Maybe y'all could just relate to me. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe all these big superstar people on here, the people, big time YouTubers and stuff that, you know, Ferraris and all the Lambos and houses and all that shit. Maybe nobody can relate to that, man. Maybe at one time they were a regular person, but they money changes people. I don't care what you say. Hell, money will change me, change any of us. But I'll never be that fake personality person. God, the way that one motherfucker gets on. What's that one guy, the car guy, Strad Man or whatever? I haven't watched him in years, but I see he's still doing well. I see him in the reels pop up. Does he still start off every video like this? Hey, everybody. This is so-and-so. Look at my new Lamborghini, my new Bugatti. I hope y'all are having a great day. Like, does he still do that? God, makes me want to punch him in his face. Like, every video he does it where it's just walking around like, come on, man. Like, be normal. Like, just talk normal. You don't have to put on a show. Like, God. Does anybody watch him? Does he still do that in every fucking video? Where it starts off and he's just walking around like this. Like, God. I hate it, but it works out. It works out for him. Apparently the guy's making a killing. I just can't do it, man. Cannot do it. And maybe that's why I have to work for a living. Because I just can't. I'm not a sellout like that, man. I'm not a sellout. The Stad man lost his mind over the years. He was not like that when he first started. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Most people, and the same, man, I hate to say it, but Whistling Diesel's getting the same way. You know, I used to like watching this shit. I like how he got bashed on so much in the beginning for tearing his own shit up. And then when he gets famous and now, you know, he's got all the money he wants, now his stuff is getting more scripted. And I don't like that. I like that it was just raw footage, not scripted, and now he's got this whole gang of people that hang around him that weren't there ever before. And now all of a sudden they're his friends. You know, they weren't there before and they won't be there if the money goes away. And now all of his stuff seems scripted, and, you know, I quit watching him recently, like the last few months. It just got too fake for me. But maybe it's just me, man. Maybe I don't like the fake stuff, man. It's not me hating at all. Fuck, if they're making that money, make that fucking money, man. I'll never hate on a man making money. But I don't like the fake stuff, man. If I want to watch fake stuff, I watch Netflix. You know, I watch a scripted movie. You know, I want to watch, if I'm going to watch something scripted, I want it to be a movie. I just can't do the fake stuff. Doesn't appeal to me at all. One thing about me, I'm never going to give you any fake shit. I don't edit anything. I don't use filters. I don't have any scripts. Like when I hopped on here tonight, I've been on here for 104 minutes. And there's 34 of y'all still in here. I had zero idea what I was going to talk about tonight. I didn't have any plans. I just hop on here and work and talk. And y'all are still here, so. But this is good therapy for me, man. A lot of people might sit there and think, man, I could never get on there and talk to people I don't know. I don't know any of y'all. I don't know any of y'all in real life. I don't even know what you look like. But y'all are looking at me right now. Like, the more I think about it, it's weird. Y'all are literally sitting there, and y'all could be doing anything. You could be naked in bed. You could be driving down the road. You could be working like I am. Hell, you could have your dick out, slapping it on my face on the phone right now. I don't know. You know, I don't know. And the fact that I can sit here in front of this camera and talk for 105 minutes and not run out of stuff to talk about and not have to come up with stuff to keep y'all entertained. I just talk. I don't sell y'all no stories. I don't hype no shit up. Just tell you about how life is. Give y'all the best advice I can on what not to do. You know, I've done a lot of bad shit in my life. I've made countless mistakes in my life. But at 44 right now, my life is good. So I'm able to tell people, I can tell you from experience what to do and what not to do. I can give you a guideline through life, especially you younger guys, man. I can talk you every step of the way. And by the time you're my age, you'll never have to worry about money. You'll never have to worry about being unhappy. You know, I could tell you step by step the right way to do it. If somebody would listen, if you'd listen to every word I told you, by the time you were my age, you wouldn't have a worry in the world, man. But y'all young guys don't like to listen. You like to learn for yourself, which I was the same way. But I never really had any older guys try to talk me along like that. Like my parents did, of course. And of course, they meant the best for me. But it was never anybody that I could visualize myself as when I got older. Or I saw somebody that's older and I'm like, man, I can do a little better than that by the time I'm 44. And I don't know. Maybe I need to start doing that more, hopping on here and just having a certain subject to talk about, you know, about money, about, you know, getting tied up with financing shit, relationship stuff. You know, I'm on marriage number 3, and this is it for me. I know all the do's and don'ts of who to marry and who not to marry. You know, I can coach you through that because I've been through it. You know, I've been a lot of bad things in my life, but I've never been a bad husband. I've never cheated on my wife, ever. Never even been tempted to. I feel like I was always a good husband. I might work too much. I might spend too much, but I'm fucking loyal. I always have been. So I might start hopping on here every now and then and for the younger generation. And then y'all older guys like me, y'all can hop in here and throw your 2 cents in as well. And so that might be why some of y'all follow along, because I bet some of y'all are young, man. Dude, I've had countless people, I'd say in the hundreds, over the past 5 years, that people still message me at least once a week to where they watched my pipeline video and they took that chance. They went out there, they found the job, and they messaged me 4 years later, and now they're doing it, man. They're now welders, they're operators, they're foremen. You know, they're saying, without watching your video, I never would have taken that chance. Nobody else gave us the raw, uncut truth about what it's like. You know, we always got the promotional videos of the people trying to brag about what they got and about how easy it is to make this and that. You know, they said my video pushed them to leave their little small podunk town they were in, wasn't ever going to be shit, to actually hop in the truck and head that way with no job lined up whatsoever. And they followed the steps that I told them to. And they said, you know, they got wife and kids now, making good money. And, you know, that makes me feel good that people listen to my advice, because that was nothing but positive advice. And so maybe that's what I need to do on here more often, is give people that positive advice based on the lessons I've learned, you know, not based on who I am now, based on the lessons I've learned to get to where I am now, because I'm far from where I want to be financially right now. I make good money. I'm not struggling right now, but at 44, the way I hustle, and as smart as I know I am, like I know I'm a pretty smart guy, and I should be so much further ahead in life financially than where I am right now at 44. Dusty said, "Why you hating on our small?" Dude, I'm from a small town. I'm not hating on it at all. Fucking small towns will hold you down, man. Unless you're in some type of family business, like a farm, ranch, family-owned dealership or something like that, dude, it's very hard to move up in a small town, man. It's that life ain't easy. I've been there. Nothing at all wrong with small towns, man. That's the backbone of this country, man. Small towns. These big cities and shit, they don't mean anything. The small towns, that's the backbone of the country. That's the true Americans. I'm gonna heat up this heat shrink. Yep, I will never hate on small towns, man. It's the best people you'll ever meet, the most trustworthy people, the most family-oriented people, people that have family values, respect, people that are raised yes, sir, no, sir, still people that know whether they're a man or a woman. I don't hate on anybody's choices, man. Do whatever you want to do in life that makes you feel better. If you're a boy and you want to be a girl, walk around and be a girl. I do not care. As long as you're not in the bathroom with my daughter and you got a dick, that's when we have a problem. But if you want to walk around dressed in heels and still, it's ma'am. No, that's not the voice. If you're gonna try to be a woman, you gotta change some things up. You can't still talk like a man. You gotta change your voice. You gotta chop your shit off. You want to be a woman? Get rid of that motherfucker, man. Like, come on, commit to it. Go get that sumbitch hacked off. Go get some titties. Grow your hair out. Get your hair did. Like, don't go around with hair like mine like that and say you're a woman. Go get it done right. Spend the money. You can't have a beard. Like, if you're gonna do it, commit to it. I respect it more. Like, you got to go full Bruce Jenner. Like, you got to go full Caitlyn. Like, you got to go all the way out, man. I mean, I respect that. That's full commitment. But you can't just throw on a dress and it's ma'am. No, it's not. Oh, I hope I never run into one of those because it's not going to go well. Because I'm not very politically correct. I'm not going to be like, oh, okay, yes, ma'am. I'm going to be like, you're a fucking man. Yeah, it's not going to go well for me. I need a mini screwdriver. Jesus, man. Where did I get off talking about that? How did I lead to that conversation? I'm not even drinking tonight. Like, y'all know I usually get to talking like this when I'm drunk. Maybe I just need sleep. How did I get to that conversation? That's my ADHD working. It's ma'am. That video will go down in time, man. Big 6'5" motherfucker. It's ma'am. That's funny. I love and hate our country right now. I feel a lot better now. You can say what you want. Here, I'll show you how quickly I can demonetize this video. I'm glad Donald Trump won. There, demonetized. I'll show y'all the email I'll get tomorrow, demonetized for talking about cultural issues or whatever. That's all you gotta do is say the name. So now this whole video is demonetized. You can say what you want, man, about the guy. Take politics out. Take whole Republican, Democrat out. Just take all that out. Let's just go to basics. All right, first of all, the guy's a billionaire. You can say whatever you want, how he got his money and up and down, whether or not he's cheated. Of course he's cheated fucking taxes. We all want to. You can say whatever you want, but if you found out there's a way you can keep more of your paycheck with a little loophole here and there, you're going to keep more of your paycheck. Like, we don't like giving away our money to the government. Neither do rich people. And, you can say what you want. The guy's been a billionaire since the fucking 80s. The worst you can find on him is him sleeping with a stripper or something like that. Like, you don't have pictures of him doing blow out of somebody's butthole, or, shooting up heroin, or, beating women, or that's the most you can find on somebody that's been a Playboy billionaire for 40 years. That's the most heat you can find on him. The guy doesn't have to do this. He's set for life. He can literally live on the beach peacefully and his life isn't much longer. He can do that peacefully for the rest of his life. But he'd rather commit himself to bettering this country. Like, how could you not see that, man? Does he have a mouth on him? Sure. Does he filter a lot of stuff he says? No. And I love that about him, man. I love that the guy doesn't give a fuck about politics, man. That's what we need to run this country, is a businessman, not a politician. The fact that this country spends far more than it brings in every year, far more. That you can't run a business that way. Like, if I did that in my business, I'd be done within months. What makes the government think they can? And all this giving money to everybody else, man, not just millions, billions and trillions we give to countries that do not care about us even a little bit. They do not care about us at all. They hate us, and we feed them money. Our money. That's our money. That's our tax money. That's not the politicians' money. That's our money. That's crazy to me, man. And we're always in everybody else's business. That's why people hate us, because we always step in somebody else's business, man. Let them handle their shit, man. Protect this. Protect this. Dude, if all we worried about was ourselves and protected our country, we are a superpower, but, man, we would be untouchable. Nobody would fuck with us, man. If all we did was focus on what's in our borders, we would be untouchable. Nobody would even think about fucking with an American. It's just wild to me that we worry about everybody else, man. They got these countries that have been fighting religious wars for thousands of years. And we hop in there. We've only been a country for like 300 years. And we hop in there trying to tell, hey, no, you're doing this. That's wrong. Like, we're newborns compared to those countries that are fighting these battles, man. Like, come on, man. It's not going to change. As soon as we leave or whatever, it's going to go back the same way, And then both sides hate us. Like, just stay out of it. And the NATO thing, all these other countries depend on us. None of them help us. None of them send us money, Whenever we have a big natural disaster here, do you see Britain and France and all them sending troops over here, sending planes full of supplies and money to help us? No. That's only us, man. Like, come on, man. Am I still on live?